folks, ladies and gentle cars, my name is Farkle8000, and welcome to the August competition. We are late, but we're here, and we're going to get it done. It doesn't matter what's happening in my life, the Diecast Competition Series must go on. But before we begin, we've got a few things. I've got a few things I'd like to mention. Number one of the most important, we have 10 brand new rookies who've been added to the Diecast Competition Series. 9 of them are NASCARs. 1 of them is a regular Hot Wheeler. We've also got a NAS truck here as well, a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series diecast here as well. First one we've ever had, so that is exciting. Those 10 new competitors will be added on to the end of round number 1, so not today, but in the next half of round number 1, whenever it may be. These 10 new rookies, though, do add an extra race. So instead of 33, we'll be running 34 races today, 34 races in the second half of round number 1. Number 2. I brought it up in the last competition, but it has now been made official. Engine has been exempt from the DNF policy. He has proven time and time again that unfortunately he just doesn't have the speed. And he's never been able to finish races. The only reason he's high up in points is because of Race and Land and Race Derby, kind of those special competitions that aren't like the regular ones. So he has been exempt. Doesn't matter if he finishes or not, he will be getting full points. I think if Engine does finish, I think we should double his points. That would be cool. But the final one, speaking of points, they are huge. They are massive. Here is your current standings. You see, we've got both of them right here. You're looking at both on the page right now. You've got after Race and Land. We've got after July. We're paying attention right here to after July. We have Mach, who is the best, plus 139. Then we have Polar, Stingray, Virtual, Chomps, GM, and Carrera are all above the cut line. Carrera plus 8. Diablo, the Bug, Voltage, Symbol, and then a 3-way tie for 15th are all outside. Diablo, of course, minus 8. Sunny, Comscope, and Base are the 3 that are tied. Base is finishing the highest out of those 3, so kind of look out for that because things might be changing right there, and if we have all 3 of them getting eliminated, Base will be the one moving forwards. Important to note here, Voltage and Symbol are underlined. They have been locked in due to their previous Diecast Competition Series accomplishments. Same with Diablo, actually. He is also underlined. He is locked in, but they are still on this list because they are taking up those very, very valuable points, valuable spots that other competitors could have. And that, I believe, is it. I believe that is everything I want to mention. We got new rookies, exemptions from the DNF policy, and points. Yep, that's it. So now, let's get to racing. Actually, I did also forget to mention that the fight for the points lead is 60 points between Comic and Roadster. Comic, your points leader, Roadster in second. So look out for those two there as well. But now, it is officially time to get racing in race number 1 from right to left. We've got Skull, Lantern, Oldster, and Safari. Let's get the August competition underway. And it looks to be maybe Skull a little bit ahead. Now he wobbles and flips onto his roof into Lantern's lane. It's a fight for the lead between Safari and Oldster. And it looked like Safari will get the victory. And we're going to have a double DNF in this one. It is Safari. just narrowly squeaking out the win. That is the most exciting the first race has ever been in an extremely long time. That was kind of fun to watch. What wasn't fun to watch, though, was Skull flipping, getting onto his side, and then Lantern getting up behind him. Reminder that the DNF policy does not apply to race number 1. It does apply for race number 2, though. Safari advancing to round 2. Next up, we've got Mustang, Mini, Blue, and Venom. And it's a good start for Blue coming through the transition. He bounces, Mini flips, Mustang's on the side of the track, Blue's wobbling, it's Venom with the win. And Mustang saves it, will finish in second place. Mini flipped upside down right there, was unfortunately unable to save it. Venom confirmed now in his last season. Looks like he's going to finish on top. He's advancing to round number 2. Next up, we've got 55, Sports, 96, and Courtesy. And Courtesy, in lane number 4, as per usual, is the first New Yorker of 8 to run in this competition. It's Sports with an early lead, but here comes Courtesy bouncing, 96 way in the air, she saves it, everyone straight, it's Courtesy in the lead, it's tight, but he finally gets it done! Courtesy, although it's probably too little too late, Courtesy finally gets a victory and advances to round 2 for the first time since January. Oh, finally! Finally. Although, as I've mentioned, it is more than likely too little too late. He is deep. He is in a hole in points right now, and I don't think his shovel is strong enough to pull himself out of it. But I'm being so rude and so down on him right now. He finally won! Let's celebrate this while we have the chance. Next up, we've got Siren, 27, 30, and Cage. And it looks to be 30 with a big lead coming through the transition. She bounces, lands on top of 27, 27 wobbles, will take the victory. Siren will DNF. And so will Cage a long ways behind. I did not notice that Cage had DNF'd right there, as 30 was bouncing big right there. Landed on top of 27. It did affect him a little bit. He was wobbling there, coming to the finish line. Siren DNFs. I think we need to extend the exemption to Siren as well, because he's not heavy enough to push over the piece at the speeds that they're going on the flat on this track when they make it to the finish line. And so I think we need to put in an exemption clause for Siren as well. I'll get back to you in the next competition if that is something that we are doing, but he will unfortunately DNF with Cage. It's 27 advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Citron, Rookie, Drift Rod, Cruise, and 5. And it looks like it's Cruise with a big lead. Can he hold it? No, he can't. He flips and hits Drift Rod. It's a drag race to the finish line. Drift Rod will get the win ahead of Citron and Cruise. I was expecting it with that big of a lead. He DNFs. Can he run backwards? We've got to test that. Maybe it's already been tested and it just doesn't work. Cruise! Oh my gosh. He's so good in the middle lanes. He's so good when he's able to finish, but he's been unable to finish for a long time on this track. And a DNF right here just adds more salt to the wound. It's the rookie, Drift Rod, getting the victory, advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Tootsie's, Department, Loves, and Sunshine. Department in lane number 2 is the second New Yorker to run in this competition. And it looks like it's Sunshine a slight lead, but it's very close through the transitional wobble for the middle lanes. It's Tootsie's driving away. Department, though, is right there as they cross the line. But it will be a relatively easy win there for Tootsie's, as basically every lane bounced except him, and he was able to drive to that finish line. Department finishes in third place. I believe he is good enough in points to be advancing to the next round, and even if he isn't, I don't think he can lose as many points as Courtesy has, which is good for Department. But it is a little disappointing here that he didn't win. And so now, for the first time, I think since the very first competition, or one of the very early competitions of this season, Department will now be the first New Yorker instead of Courtesy. Next up, we've got 37, Goldie, Birthday and Pullback. 37 in lane number 1 is the third New Yorker to run in this competition. It's Pullback who starts with the lead, though 37 is right there. 37 hits both walls, but he's still on his tires. It's Birthday bouncing to the victory. 37 will take second place. Goldie in third, Pullback in fourth, and 37 does kind of what he needs to do. I think very similar to Department. I do not think that 37 can lose enough spots to pass or to get passed by Courtesy in the New Yorker standings. However, not DNFing is a good way to not make your situation worse or more dire than it needs to be. Wobbling right there. Good thing he didn't flip. I think he's DNF'd the last couple of competitions, which just isn't something you want to be doing. What you do want to be doing is winning. And that's what Birthday's doing. He's advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Evolution 13. Fins and Spikes. And it looks to be a relatively even start now. Spikes pulling way ahead, wobbling. 13 was on the side of the track. It's Evolution pulling away to an easy victory. The fight's for second, and that will go to 13. Evolution gets herself a victory. If you go back to the early competitions, Evolution is right there, top 10 in points. And then I think it was Race Derby, where Evolution just began to... No, it wasn't, because she did really well in that one, too. I don't know. Some point, Evolution just began to slide, and finally, this here stops the sliding, and she can maybe hopefully claw herself back forwards. She will not be top 10 in points. I think she's too deep in points to get there. It was a great start to the season, a rough middle. Hopefully, she can end it off well. She gets the win right here. So, step 1, already done. Next up, we've got One-Liner, Toyota, Rookie, Ziegler, and 156. And it's 156, and Ziegler out the fastest. Toyota gets caught at the finish line. Now he's on the side of the track. It's a fight. Three-way fight for the finish. It's going to be the Rookie getting the win. Toyota, unfortunately, his giant side mirrors right here, gets caught at that start line. Just unfortunately was not in the best position to be able to clear that. He gets caught, finishes dead last as a result. Ziegler and 156 started with the lead, and very rarely we see early leaders finish with the win. This time they finished 1-2. It's the Rookie of Ziegler getting the victory. Next up, we've got Hendrick, Outlander, Speeder, and Jordan. And it looks to be Outlander slight lead coming through the transition. A big bounce for every lane except Jordan. It's Hendrick falling back on the side of the track. Jordan will get the victory. Hendrick will just barely finish the race. He will activate his piece, but he will stall out on the track. He will not make it kind of fully past the finish line. As long as you clip your piece, though, that counts as a finish. And he does, but just barely almost came to a stop. It's the other NASCAR in this race. It's Jordan getting the victory, advancing himself to the next round. Next up, we've got Emerald, Stunts, Redliner, and Minecart. And it looks to be a relatively even start. I don't know who's ahead. Bouncing through the transition. I think it's Emerald in the lead. But here comes Stunts to grab it and grab an easy victory. The battle then for last place, and Redliner will get that position, third place. That is not last. Emerald, though, had the lead. It looked like he got on the side of the track through that transition. I think he stayed there a little too long, or was hesitant to get back in the gas or something. He just fell behind. Stunts drove right on through to grab the win. Next up, we've got Total, Pattern, Nova, and Rookie Falcon. And it looks to be a relatively even start now. Nova and Falcon getting ahead. Nova now sideways on the side of the track. It's Falcon in the lead. Nova the closest, but it's an easy victory there for Falcon. The Rookie gets the job done, and somehow Nova finishes in second place, even though he was drifting through this track. And a wise competitor once said, if you are drifting on this track, that's not a good thing. Falcon holds on, gets through the transition, gets through this entire race cleanly, advances himself to the next round. Next up, we've got Bronze, Fender, Pursuit, and Throwback. And it looks to be Fender slightly coming through the transition. A wobble there for Pursuit. He was on the side of the track, but he pulls to the lead as his speed shows no wavering, and Pursuit will grab the victory. Pursuit started behind and then got on the side of the track. I don't know how he saved it and how he didn't lose a ton of speed and finished like third or fourth, but Pursuit gets the job done. Just like I mentioned with Evolution earlier, Pursuit, before Race and Land, was up there in the top 10, but then he was eliminated round 1 in Race and Land and has collapsed through the field ever since. Hopefully this win right here will get him rolling in the right direction. Next up, we've got Metrotech, Rookie, X-Train, Patrol, and Club. Patrol in lane number 3 is the 4th New Yorker to run in this competition. And it looks to be an even start now. Patrol and Club moving ahead. A wobble through the transition. Patrol hits the side of the track. They're 4 wide. Patrol hits the side of the track again. It's going to be Club getting the win. Patrol was right there. He had the speed. He finishes second place. He was right there the entire race, but he bounced through the transition, and then he slammed the wall once, slammed the wall twice, and any chance that he had to possibly win this race and join courtesy as a New Yorker in round number 2 of this competition got dashed. If only he didn't hit the wall 3 or 4 times. That was a devastating thing to watch right there for Patrol. I mean, he's had the speed all year long, but unfortunately not advancing to round number 2 here. But Jody's got the speed. He's just got some mistakes he needs to clean up. It's Club getting the victory, advancing himself to the next round. Next up, we've got Shifter, Volks, Twin Mill, and High Tech. Volks in lane number 2 is the only veteran in this race. Everyone else are rookies. So Volks falls well behind early. It's going to be a fight for the lead between the rookies. High Tech was on the side of the track, and Shifter and Twin Mill battled for the lead. It was a little bit tighter than I was expecting. Volks will finish the race right there. Shifter, I was expecting it to get the victory, but a lot closer than I was expecting. Twin Mill was right there, but Shifter finished, I think, 3rd or 4th in a competition earlier this year. So we know he's got the speed. He's raced. I think he's raced the whole season as well, so he knows what to do on this track. Shows it right here and gets the victory. Next up, we've got Roofless, M, Charger and Spider. And it looks to be Spider maybe maybe it's Ruthless actually. A big bounce for the middle lanes, and Charger's now on his side. It's going to be Spider getting the victory. M in second, Ruthless in third. And it's a DNF there for Charger. That is a very rough DNF right there for Charger. Both of the middle lanes bounced, both dodges as well. I think both dodge Chargers as well. Unfortunately, Charger himself got the worst of it and flipped on his roof. M goes on to finish second place. Ruthless started with the lead, fell back. Spider, nothing really happened to him except for him getting the win. Just kept it clean. Next up, we've got Howler, Copo, Fire, and T-Rex Destroyer. And it looks to be Fire now falling big time behind. A big bounce, and Copo lands on top of Howler, slowing him down. That's going to give T-Rex Destroyer the win. Fire's upside down as well. Copo will bounce off his finished piece and will DNF. What a wreck. What a race as well. But mostly, what a wreck. Copo bouncing massive through that transition. Landed on top of Howler. That's most likely the reason that T-Rex Destroyer was able to get the win. And Fire just flipped on his roof. He was going forwards right there. He shouldn't be going forwards. I don't know why he was going forwards. That's either a mistake on his part or more than likely a mistake on the series themselves, making Fire go forwards. That should not have happened. Unfortunately, it gives him a DNF when he's been having a pretty solid run ever since he's chosen to go backwards. It's T-Rex Destroyer getting the victory. Next up, we've got Skyline, Pace, Lightning, and Rookie Custom. And it looks to be maybe Custom a slight lead coming through the transition. A wobble there. Lightning was on the side of the track. It's Pace and Custom in the lead, I think. It's Pace with the victory. It is indeed. Grabbing the win just barely ahead of the rookie. The sophomore of Pace able to storm forwards, get the win right there. Was 11th in points last year. Was as high as like 3rd or 4th. Actually, he started the year in 2nd, Pace did. But has had a just absolutely terrible 2025. Hopefully this competition here can help him out, pull him forwards in points. Will not be getting to the top 10. Likely not getting to the top 15 either. But hey, every point matters. So Pace gets the victory right here, advances himself to the next round. Next up, we've got Bruiser, Horseplay, Rookie, Blocker, and Bird. And it looks to be Bird actually with the lead, but here comes Blocker. A wobble through the transition as Blocker still with the lead. A big time wobble there for Horseplay. He will come through with 2nd place. And Bird will be able to finish the race. Horseplay right there. He didn't start with the lead, but he started kind of 3rd. Through that transition, he wobbled. And then basically did what Patrol did. He kept wobbling down the track. And that's not a great thing that you really want to do at all. Because, I mean, we see it not be able to result in the victory. Blocker keeps it straight, which is why he's winning this one. He also had a great run through that transition. Blocker been really impressive since his very first competition. I feel like it's only a matter of time until he wins, because he's got a lot of speed. I'd hate for that to go to waste this season. Next up, we've got Rancher, Hot Wheels, Racer, and Lefty. And it's Hot Wheels out the fastest, Rancher left behind. There goes Racer flipping onto her side. It's Rancher now in the lead, but here comes Hot Wheels. It's a photo finish as they cross the finish line. Racer's DNF'd on her roof. That's no surprise. It's Hot Wheels who wins. Whew, that was an eventful race right there. Racer, can she run forwards? Do we know if she can do that? We've gotta do some testing with Racer between these two competitions, because she just cannot finish one of these races for the life of her. That's just kind of how her season has gone, unfortunately. Rancher started behind, drove through that chaos. Racer slowed down Hot Wheels, and that led to a pretty exciting finish. It's Hot Wheels, though, who hangs on for the win. Next up, we've got one Indy, Gregson and Double Liner. It's Gregson with an early slight lead, but now he wobbles and falls behind, bouncing through the transition. I think it's one and Double Liner fighting for the lead. It's Double Liner as they cross the line. Gregson, who started with the early lead, just got caught at the start line, wobbled a little bit, and didn't have it coming through that transition. Double Liner and one executed perfectly. Double Liner just ended up having the most speed. That's why he's advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Pickup, DeWalt, Red and Stinger. It's Red and Stinger with a slight early lead, bouncing through the transition is Stinger. It's Red in the lead. Pickup has second place. DeWalt passes him. It's an easy victory for Red. Stinger unfortunately falls to last place, but at least he finished. That's something that many competitors this season are unable to say about the majority of their races. I guess technically Stinger is one of them, but he's been able to straighten it up recently. Red gets the victory. Started the season off so well, has been on a slide ever since. Knew she wasn't going to be able to stay up there anyways, but hey, great to see her winning here, advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got 35, 28, Rick and Ladder. And it looks to be Rick with a slight lead coming through the transition, wobbling his 28, but he straightens up and recovers his momentum. He passes Rick for the lead, and 28 will win to advance himself to the next round. Ladder will come across the finish line there, thankfully will finish, but 28, with the save and the drive of this competition so far, he was sideways, and I don't know how he recovered his momentum, because usually the majority of competitors just slow down and accept their poor finish after that. Not 28. He storms to the front and steals the win from Rick. Next up, we've got Johnson, Brandt, Tire Pros, and White. It's the middle lanes of the NASCARs in the lead, but here comes White and Johnson. Johnson wobbles. It's White with a big lead, though. Johnson is White. There will be a victory for White, and everyone is able to finish the race. It was the middle lanes with Brandt and Tire Pros in the lead early, but they were quickly swallowed up. And coming through the transition, White and Johnson both wobbled, but Johnson nearly got on the side of the track. That loses him enough momentum to just barely lose out to White. Next up, we've got Velvet, Confetti, Fastenal, and Sierra. It's Sierra with a big lead early coming through the transition. Can she hold it? The middle lanes bounce. Velvet passes Sierra, and Velvet will take an easy victory. Sierra, in a matter of moments, will go from first to last, and unfortunately, she will finish fourth place in this race, a long ways behind her other competitors. Confetti and Fastenal bounced through that transition. It's genuinely a miracle of how we haven't seen more NASCARs DNF in those middle lanes. We've had some recently, but throughout this entire season, it's impressive that we haven't had more. Velvet capitalizes on basically everyone's misfortunes and grabs the win. Next up, we've got Gamera, Motosaurus, Crystal, and M&M's. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Motosaurus a little bit behind as now he bounces, but Motosaurus is now in the lead next to M&M's. Motosaurus will win the race. I did not see that coming. I thought he was out of it. He started slow, and then he bounced big. Lane 2 is proven to be the comeback lane in this competition. 28 got all out of shape in that lane earlier as well. So, impressive stuff from lane number 2. Though we all know it's still unbelievably dangerous. They wobbled. We cannot look past that. Motosaurus, what a run. Grabs the win. Next up, we've got Tab with rookies Burner, AE, and Hamlin. And it looks to be a relatively even start coming through that transition. A big bounce for Burner, but now he's driving to the front. They're 4 wide, coming across the line. I think it was Burner. It might have been a Hamlin. It is Burner with the win. AE falls to 4th, so we will not have a rookie 1, 2, 3 finish. Tab beginning to slip through the standings, which is very unfortunate. She had a very good run from about May to Race and Land. Unfortunately, now in August, or really in July and August, it begins to fall apart. But regardless, she still had an incredible season. Burner, in lane 2, bounced big, but was able to save it and drove to the win, stole the victory from Hamlin. Next up, we've got Rescue, Mobile, Star, and Lego. And it looks to be Lego a slight lead, but wobbling, coming through that transition. Star bounced up on 2 wheels. It's Lego still in the lead, but here comes Mobile. It's a photo finish as they cross the finish line. It's Mobile who steals the win. Lego will go from 1st to 3rd. Oh man, what could have been there for Lego? Had such a good race, started with the lead, but wobbled before and then after the transition. And although I wasn't seeing if she was wobbling throughout the rest of the race, she probably was, which is why she lost so much speed. Mobile in lane number 2 grabs the win. We are in a lane number 2 victory run right now. That's probably going to change eventually. But right now, let's just live this high because this is quite impressive. Mobile steals the win. Star as well stole 2nd place. Next up, we've got Python, Finish, Rookie, Hull, and California. Whoa, what a start there by Python! Did she jump the start? She's in the lead, but she's bouncing and wobbling. Here comes Hull. He'll steal the win. But is it an official win? As Python gets an unbelievable start. Is this a legit win for Hull? They are reviewing it. We may as well review it ourselves. And it looks like Python begins to go as the piece is starting to pull down, which means it would be a legal start because you're supposed to go when the piece is pulled down. Python, because of how she's sitting in her start line, I guess was overhanging that piece a little bit. And I'm getting official word, the race is official. The Rookie of Hull is your official winner. And I think a few things played into that. I think number 1 is how the race finished. In the last competition, I believe, Artie jumped the start and he won the race. It was an easy victory. No one was even close. This time, Python jumped the start. Maybe she slowed down a little bit. I don't know. It looked like she was hitting the wall. So I'm not sure how intentional that was. With Python not winning the race and how the start of this race also worked, I believe this is the right call. So Python in 2nd place. Hull gets the victory. Next up, we've got Fangs, Trunkless, Plasma, and Rookie Drone. And it looks like it's Plasma with a slight lead. Trunkless falling behind, now wobbling as Fangs is on the side of the track. It's a drag race to the finish line. Drone will take the win. Every other position relatively clear. Except for the win, it was very tight, but the Rookie able to hold on, was super clean throughout that race. Unfortunately, Fangs bouncing there, getting on the side of the track. Plus his age as well. He is a veteran. from the very start of this series. So his age plus him getting on the side of the track, I believe is what let the Rookie of Drone come through and grab the victory. Next up, we've got Benz, Dual Fueler, Rookie, Elliott, and Flatbed. Benz in lane number 1 is the 5th New Yorker to run in this competition. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Flatbed in the lead, but now they wobble through the transition, and Dual Fueler and Elliott is very tight across the line. Dual Fueler will win, and Flatbed's gonna DNF. Oh no. Flatbed, I think he was leading coming towards the transition. I think he was overtaken just before it, and then unfortunately DNFs, I guess, pushed a little too hard through that transition. I don't know, I wasn't really watching him. I was watching Dual Fueler and Elliott put on an absolute show at the front of the pack. I was also watching Benz as well, the 5th New Yorker to run in this competition. It's only the first half of round 1. That is incredible right there. I know we added an extra race from last competition to this competition, but I was not expecting this many New Yorkers. It's been a long time. I don't think we've ever had this many New Yorkers in one singular video. It's Dual Fueler getting the win ahead of the Rookie. Next up, we've got Silver, Luke, Rookie, Mighty, and Spoiler. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Now Luke beginning to fall behind, but now he bounces and flips on his side. So does Mighty. It's going to be Spoiler with the win. Silver in second, and we're going to have a double DNF in this race. Silver and Luke flip on to their sides. Luke, it almost didn't go over. He was kind of teetering on 2 wheels for a while, but unfortunately does officially go over and will DNF. Luke further behind the track than Mighty, and so Mighty will be placed in 3rd. Luke in 4th. It's Spoiler getting the win. Next up, we've got Rookie, Jacqueline, Engine, BP, and Chevelle. And it's a relatively even start. Engine now falling behind. A wobble there for Jacqueline. And Chevelle in the lead, though Jacqueline's right there with them. And across the line, it's tight. I think it was Jacqueline. Engine will crawl to a stop. He will unfortunately get a DNF, but will get full points, and Jacqueline wins the race. Oh my goodness, I never thought I would see the day that Jacqueline wins a race. And she is not running up against pathetic slobs either. Chevelle and BP have proven themselves to be speedy competitors. And Jacqueline, who has mightily struggled all season long, finally wins. We are getting all of our season satisfactions into one video. First, it's Courtesy. Now it's Jacqueline. We've had incredible saves, incredible runs. This is shaping up to be a very good competition. Just another unbelievable 2025 competition. And Jacqueline's advancing to round 2. This is the 34th and a final race of the first half of round number 1. And it's an all NASCAR race. We've got Smithfield, Mahindra, Harvick, and Christopher. And it's an even start as expected, wobbling through the transition. Mahindra nearly flips. Harvick's on the side of the track. It's going to be an easy victory for Smithfield. Harvick straightens up before the line, but it is well too late. He grabs second place somehow. Mahindra will come home in 3rd. It's Smithfield getting the last win of this video. And, I mean, in the last round, or in the last competition, Smithfield and Mahindra were absolutely no matches for the 4 cars. It was Budweiser who won, and right here, I thought it was going to be Harvick, but him getting on the side of the track into DeWalt, that is a very unfortunate situation for the two of them, especially Christopher, who finishes in last place. But Smithfield is able to capitalize and grab the win. And here are your 34 drivers currently advancing to round number 2. I don't know who wins. I mean, you think about, competitors who have been there this year. Stunts, Shifter, and T-Rex Destroyer have been there. You think about competitors who have won. Pursuit hasn't won in a very long time, but he could win. It's a wonder right here on who wins. Comment down below your picks out of this group on who could win this competition. I don't know yet. I don't think I saw anything major right here that tells me that driver could win. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go Blocker. Mostly because he's been impressive since his very first competition. Been on a bit of a free fall right now. Won his way to round 2 in this competition. So, you know what? I'm going to pick him. But, I don't know. I could be drastically wrong. I could be right, though. It's very unknown. This was the first half of round number 1. If you don't want to miss the rest of round 1 or the rest of this competition, the rest of this season, hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on notifications. You won't miss a thing. And so that'll be it. We'll be back later this week for the second half of round number 1. So until then, my name is Farkle8000, and we'll see you later.